Let's begin working with Illustrator. I've got Illustrator open here, and we can see various elements of the workspace. The first thing I'm going to do is open up a file. So I'm going to go up to File and down to Open. And I'll navigate to the Lesson folder and double-click the L1 Start file. So there's our file. Just so that we're all on the same page, I'm going to go up to the Workspace switcher. Right now I have Essentials. That's generally what you'll be working with. But I'm going to go down to Reset Essentials, and you can see how things changed a little bit. I don't really need those panels open, so I'll click that arrow to the right, and that kind of collapses those panels. Anyway, we have a file here, but we don't actually see the entire file. It's being cut off at the bottom. So in order to see the entire file, I'm going to go up to View, and then down to Fit Artboard in Window. That's what we call the document here, the artboard. And there we can see the entire artboard now. So now we can see some other elements in our workspace. So why don't we have a look at some of these tools that we'll be using. And we have various panels, bars, and windows that we'll be using throughout Illustrator. At the top of the Illustrator workspace is the application bar, and that contains application controls, switcher, and search. And you can see as I click or hover over the various menu items, it gives us other options, and we'll be using the application bar quite a lot. There's object and various other things that we can do with that. And finally, window. Over to the right, we have the panels area. And by default, there are a few panels docked there. If I click on one of those icons, it will open up those panels. You can see different tabs there. We can choose different panels using that, or clicking on the icon in the panels area. We can close it by clicking that double arrow. We can also access panels by using the window menu item from the application bar. I'll click on color, and that brings up the color panel. I'll click the X to close that. I'll open up another panel, the graphic styles panel. And you can see that we can also move these panels around the work area. And I'll close that panel. To the left, you can see the Tools panel, and that contains tools for creating and editing images, artwork, and page elements. And down at the bottom, we have the status bar, which displays information about zooming and navigation controls. So there's a quick overview of the workspace